I went into one of my favorite subgenres, although it was definitely a different type movie than we have been talking about. It's a movie I caught on Shudder called Azrael, I guess is how you'd say that. Have you
Okay.
heard of this movie?
No, but I love the title.
Why?
It's just cool. It sounds like a
Okay.
demon. It sounds like Belial or Abaddon or one of
Okay,
the...
yeah. It's like an ancient name. This is a decent little horror movie, but it takes ambiguity to a whole nother level. It's post-apocalyptic, which is the subgenre I was talking about that I really, really like. But it's not quite a zombie film. However, there are monsters in it that are very similar to a zombie, which is okay in my book. They're just kind of black and burnt looking. It's directed by E.L. Katz. Don't know anything else he's directed except he directed episodes of Bly Manor for Flanagan. And
Okay.
he directed episodes of Channel Zero, which is that show I often tout as being a really good horror show. It was written by Simon Barrett, who came from several of those VHS movies, which we've talked about. Those VHS movies seem to have spawned a lot of talent. He also wrote You're Next and Blair Witch, the reboot, so I recognize those as well. The cast is great. It's got Vic Carmen Sane. Samara Weaving is the lead. She was in Ready or Not, that one about the bride, the one that we always talk about that neither one of us have seen, about the bride that's trying to run for her life because the family's trying to kill her or whatever. I found out she is not Hugo Weaving's daughter. She is his niece.
Ah, okay.
But there is a relation and a resemblance. You can see it in her face.
Yeah.
And then it also stars Nathan Stewart Jarrett. Synopsis is years after the apocalypse, a devout cult of mute zealots hunt down Azrael, a young woman who escaped her own imprisonment. So one of the unique things about this movie is there's very little dialogue in it.
Okay.
So you've got some kind of apocalypse went on. There's some weird religious cult, and then there's these wild-looking black zombie-like creatures in it. So it's very, very original. It only gets 71% on Rotten Tomatoes with 76 reviews. I would bump that up to an 80 because I was captivated the entire time I watched it. It was just one of those where you get sucked in because there's no dialogue, so you're forced to watch it.
You had said ambiguous. Is that because they don't explain a lot?
Yeah, you're thrown into it. You don't really know much about what's going on at all.
Okay.
It's just you know that they're after her, and you're like, why are they after her? And they have this weird little camp with this like church and this like priest, but the camp has like a really crude fence around it that's made up of like pallets and barbed wire and shit just to keep the zombies out, I guess, or whatever those things are. And they actually sacrifice people to the creatures as well. So it's not a run-of-the-mill zombie movie by any means.
No. Well, with that title. Yeah, it says Azrael is one of the 4 archangels of Islamic culture, so the counterpoint to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse sort of thing.
Well, and I assume that symbolism has something to do with her character, so maybe she's
a reincarnated
going to deliver
demon.
the people from the evil cult or whatever. I don't know.
You can't start the car. Johnny has the key.